You've seen millions of miracle NFP traders with a famous NFP strategy, which is most likely using 2 limit orders either side of the position just before it comes out. It's hilarious. And the funny thing is, when people try and tell me that they know how to trade fundamentals and they tell me about how they trade NFP once a month, they actually have no idea what they're doing, and it's completely a guessing game. And this is where I'm here to help you, and I'm actually going to explain how easy it can be. So once I unveiled the whole macro picture, I realized, yes, NFP is super important, but it isn't everything that you need to know. So let's jump into it, shall we? Now this can be quite similar to the Triangle of Truth video. I love breaking down non-farm payroll in quite a similar way, breaking down the overall narrative of the currency. So what are the 3 truths behind NFP, and what is the most important? Well, first of all, the labor market is one of the most important things when it comes to central banks. As I mentioned in my central bank video, as long as people are employed, they will be happy and they'll continue to spend and keep the economy alive. More spending, keeping the economy alive longer. So the 3 truths are, for me, in NFP is number 1, the headline figure and print, number 2, the unemployment, and 3, the wages. Let's break that further down. So number 1, the headline. What do you mean by this? Well, what I mean by this is that the headline is the actual figure that's expected in how many jobs have been added within a certain month in the public sector. So in the release is normally the first Friday of every single month, and here in the UK, it tends to come out around 1:30 GMT. Now, should you be trading NFP and getting in a trade that minute? I wouldn't do that if I was you. I definitely personally wouldn't, because the reason is you're gonna get some crazy moves, and again, do you really wanna go ahead and ruin your weekend because it comes out on a Friday from making some bad decisions, usually messing up your whole trading week? Now, I have come across loads of traders that trade these events, but honestly, long term, all of these events are really good for is giving us a narrative which leads back to the famous Triangle of Truth. So again, guys, once we have direction, we have everything. Second thing we want to go to is the unemployment rate. Now we need to ask ourselves the following: what is the percentage of the current unemployment rate? And number 2, how close is it to the Fed's target? And again, where has it been and where is everything going? What is the rate of change in unemployment? And thirdly, the last one is wages, as I mentioned before. And now, to make this simple for you, let's just try and think of the people that have been recently employed. It's all about how much money these people are actually earning in their pockets. Because naturally, the more you earn is the more you're going to spend, which in return boosts up businesses and the economy as a whole. More money is made, the faster and better the economy can grow. It's like a food chain. Everything drips from the top all the way to the bottom. So to summarize all of that, it's about the headline. That is the most important print. If the headline comes out in line with the expectation, it won't be market moving. So then we need to look at the next most important element, which is the unemployment rate, as this could affect the Fed's mandate going forward, in return affecting the currency. And again, guys, look at like a food chain. I'm going to go down to the next one now. If the headline print and the unemployment rate come out in line with expectation, then the next thing we'll look at is the wages, because essentially it's all about what people are earning. Just remember, guys, the only way it'd be massively market moving is if it changes the Fed's opinion and stance, which will then go ahead and change the banks and institutions and hedge funds' view on the dollar.